I corrected my daughter's teacher about her name. My daughter Maya has been coming home frustrated for weeks. Her new teacher, Mr. Rodriguez, keeps calling her Mia during class, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. Maya is named after my late sister, who died in a car accident when I was 12 years old. That name carries our entire family's heart, and I refuse to let anyone treat it carelessly. At first, I thought maybe it was just a simple mistake. Teachers deal with lots of kids, and names get mixed up sometimes. But then Maya tells me something that makes my blood start boiling. Mom, I raised my hand today to tell him it's Maya, not Mia. He looked right at me and said, whatever, and kept teaching like I wasn't even there. Whatever. Like my daughter's entire identity doesn't matter to this man. The breaking point comes when Maya's best friend Sophia pulls me aside after school pickup. Mrs. Chen, I think you should know something important. Yesterday when Maya corrected Mr. Rodriguez again, he told our whole class that some kids need to learn what their real names actually are. I see red. Real names. What does that even mean exactly? I tried calling the school first, but got transferred 3 times before giving up. Then I sent an email explaining the situation, but got some generic response about how all teachers try their best. That wasn't good enough. I march into that school the very next morning during his planning period. I've had enough of this complete nonsense, and someone needs to set this man straight immediately. The hallways smell like that industrial cleaner and anxiety. I find his classroom and knock on the door frame. He's sitting at his desk surrounded by stacks of worksheets. Mr. Rodriguez, we need to have a very serious conversation about my daughter Maya right now. He barely glances up from grading papers at his desk. Oh right, Maya. She's a sweet kid, very quiet though, barely speaks up in class. Her name is Maya, M-A-Y-A. She has told you this correction dozens of times over the past month, and you keep ignoring her. He finally looks up with this annoyed expression on his face. Look, Mrs. Chen, I have 30 students in my classroom. Sometimes names get mixed up. It's really not the end of the world here. This isn't about mixing up names, Mr. Rodriguez. This is about you deliberately ignoring my daughter when she tries to speak up for herself in your classroom. His whole demeanor shifts, and he stands up from his desk looking defensive. Are you seriously coming into my classroom questioning how I handle my students and run things? I'm questioning why you think my 8-year-old daughter's voice doesn't matter when she's trying to tell you something important about herself. He crosses his arms over his chest. Maybe instead of coming in here making demands about names, you should focus on teaching your daughter some basic respect for authority figures like teachers. Wrong answer, buddy. Dead wrong. Respect is a two-way street. Mr. Rodriguez, you want my daughter to respect you as her teacher. Start by showing her the basic courtesy of using her actual name correctly. His face turns bright red. I don't need parenting advice from someone who apparently can't even teach their kid to sit quietly in class without causing disruptions. My daughter sits quietly because you've taught her that her voice doesn't matter in your room. That ends today. I lean forward across his desk. Here's exactly what's going to happen. Tomorrow, you will use my daughter's correct name, Maya, every single time without exception. And if I hear you've dismissed her again when she speaks up, we're taking this conversation directly to Principal Martinez. He opens his mouth to argue, but I cut him off. I'm not done talking. My sister Maya would have been 30 this year. She never got to become a teacher like she wanted, but she would have made sure every single kid in her class felt heard and valued. That's the legacy I'm protecting. The room goes completely silent. Even the heating system seems to hold its breath. One more thing. Tomorrow, after you use her name correctly, you're going to tell the class that names matter, and everyone deserves to have theirs pronounced right, because my daughter needs to see that speaking up for herself actually works. The next day, Maya practically bounces through our front door after school. Mom, guess what happened today? Mr. Rodriguez said my name right during morning attendance, and when Tommy started calling me Mia at lunch, Mr. Rodriguez told him that everyone's name is important, and we should always use the names people want us to use. Sometimes you have to fight hard for your kid to be heard and respected.